probably far more sedentary than we would be. So most of the exercises are going to involve moving rather than being still. So to start with, bring your feet just wider than your hips. We're going into squats. Have your feet slightly turning out to the side. And we're going to tap the floor space between our feet. So as we come down into the squat, tap the floor space between your feet. Stand up into standing, hands down by your side. Tap the floor space in between your feet. And hands down by your side. Okay, so a squat, tap between the feet, come back up. Squat, tap the floor between your feet, come back up. Tap the floor between your feet, come back up. Keep going. You're getting some back movements, bending through the hips and the knees with your squat. Tap the space between the floor and between your feet on the floor. 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2. Move on to tapping the opposite toes. Okay, so right hand goes to left toes, bit more of a twist in the back. Stand up tall. Left hand taps the right toes. Stand up tall. So the emphasis is still a squat, but you're also rotating through the spine. So tap the opposite toes with your hands. Squat yourself down. When you're ready, come up from your squat and lift your heels. So you stand tall, heel raise between your squats. Press the heels down, tap the opposite toes. Stand tall, lift your heels. Press the heels down, tap the opposite toes. Stand up tall, lift the heels. Press the heels down, tap the opposite toes. 6 more of those. 6, 5, heel raise in between. 4, heel raise. 3, raise. 2, last one, squat down, tap the toes. Stand up and heel raise. Press your heels down, wide base. Feet turning out 10 and into all a goblet squat. Knife through the hips open, knees going over your toes. Hand front, squat yourself down a bit lower and stand yourself up and squat yourself down quite low. Ooh, balance. And stand tall. Knees are wide, hips are open. Stand up tall. Squat down low. Stand up tall. Squat down low. Stand up tall. Squat and low. Stand up. Really emphasize the opening of the hips right near your groin and keep your knees tracking over your toes if you can. Couple more. 5, 4, 3, 2. Just double check you're all on mute for me. 1. Last one. Well done. Turn your toes to face the top of the mat. Keep your base wide. And we're going into a calf stretch. So back heel is down, front knee is bent, back knee is straight. Stretch the calf at the back of the leg. Now turn the back foot to 90 degrees. It's perpendicular to the length of your mat. Float. If you've got your right knee forward, float your left arm up. If you've got your left knee forward, float your right arm up. Bending over to the side and just prop your forearm onto your thigh. And imagine there's a light switch over on the wall in front of you that you're trying to reach. and then come back to the center. That hip, arm floats over your head, stays close to your ear, and reaches over far. Here, I'd like you to roll your chest to face the mat. Fingers just brush the floor by your. Then take those fingers back up, circle it with the arm until the arm floats back over your ear. Okay, roll forwards again. Touch the mat. Float the fingers back up. Open the chest. Good. Bring that arm down by your side. Straighten the front knee. Come up to standing. Turn to face the other way. So both feet forwards to start with. Back knee is straight, heels pressing down. Front knee is bent. Calf stretch through the back of the leg. Turn your back foot forward. Get the back up. And then we'll reach over nice and tall. And you're just allowing your forearm on the other leg to rest onto your thigh. And you're keeping this hip where the knee's bent nice and open, reaching up and forwards. Okay, press through the front knee, foot, come back up to standing. Move back into that stretch once more. Focus on keeping the inside of the thigh open. Rest down onto that forearm, reaching over with your side. Now we're going to roll that chest to face down to the mat, and the fingers come down and brush the mat. Okay, now roll that chest and open it again, and the arm comes back onto your ear. One more time. Roll the chest to face the mat, brush your fingers by your foot, unroll that chest, and open back up. Well done. Back up to standing. Back into that wide squat position. And we are doing our squats with heel raises. So nice wide squats, nice and open the hips. Drop yourself down into the squat, lift your heels, and pulse for 3 heel pulses. 1, 2, 3. Press the heels down, stand up, come out of that, knees slightly down again into the squat. Lift the heels and pulse for 3. 1, 2, 3. Gently stand up, soften the knees. 3 more. Back down, keep those hips open. Lift the heels. 1, 2, 3. Press down, stand up tall. Last 2. Down, nice and open through the hips. Lift the heels and pulse. 1, 2, 3. Hand up. And we got one more to do. Down, lift heels. And 1. And pulse. 2. And 3. Good, well done. Okay, turn and face. Your left foot needs to be going forwards at the front of the mat. Your right foot is behind you. Okay, hands behind your head, elbows nice and wide. And lower yourself all the way down onto that right knee. So you're in a split squat position. Relax the foot behind you. And we're just going to rotate the spine. So keep the elbows wide. Take your right elbow forwards. And rotate that upper spine. Unwind. And look to your right hand side. And imagine you're pressing your left knee against a wall. So you're pressing that left knee out to the side against the wall. Once more. Nice and long through the back of the neck. Rotate to look to your left. Keep the breathing relaxed. Press that left knee out against an imaginary wall. Rotate to your right. Come back to the center. Tuck your back toes under. Tuck your right toes under. Get ready to come up into a split squat position. So hover that knee. Okay, come out of the split squat, step forward, so both feet are at the top of the mat. And we're going to step back onto that right leg. Split squat back, split squat down, heel raise on the left. Step back forwards. Step back, drop the back knee, the right knee down into a split squat position. Heel raise on the left. Step up and forwards. Step back with the right foot. Drop down into a split squat. The right knee is hovering. The left foot lifts up the heel. You press the heel back down and you step forwards. In your own time, 5 more. Step back. Split squat. Left heel raise. Step forward. 4 more. Down. Heel raise. Up. Last one. Ooh. Down. 3 heel raises. 1, 2. Let's make it 5. 3, 4, 5. Well done. And press forwards. Excellent. Now we can take the left foot back. Left foot back. Lower that back knee down to the mat. Nice and slowly. Relax the left foot. Keep the chest open and rotate to look towards your right hand side. Take a breath in. Unwind and go towards your left hand side. And imagine that right knee is pressing against an imaginary wall. Come back through the center again. Back towards your right. Rotate again towards your left. And imagine the outside of the right knee is pressing against an imaginary wall. Back to face forwards. Check the shoulders are down from the ears. Check the back of the thumbs are resting on the back of the neck. Tuck your left toes under and press down to hover in that split squat position. When you're ready, engage through that lower core. Press forwards, come up to a stand. And we've got 8 to go back with a right heel raise. So step back with the left. Drop down to split squat. Keep the left knee hovering. Right heel raise. Press forwards and stand up. Step back. Drop down. Right heel raise. And stand up. That's 2. In your own time. Drop down. 3. Press up. Just make sure those shoulders aren't rising up to your ears. Drop down. Heel raise. And press forwards. Halfway. Last 2. Drop down. Heel raise. Press forwards. On the last one, step back with the left foot. Drop down, hover the left knee. 5 heel raises on the right. 1, 2, 3. Widen the elbows. 4, 5. Well done. And press forwards. Excellent. Okay, how am I looking? I couldn't see. Right. Okay, turn around. Sorry, I've got nervous sweat going on. Let me take myself off. Okay, so we should have the mat now out in front of us if we've turned around. And we're moving on to a roll down. First roll down. Nice and slow. Fingers hovering off the mat. Just let the weight of the trunk fall forwards. And peel back up. On the next roll down, we're going to go into that pike position. So you need to bring your hands just down to about 2/3 of the way off the mat. So soften the knee, place your hands down, 1, 2, 3, into that pike. Spread those fingers and press down through those heels. And let's focus on the left heel. So soften the right knee a little bit, press the left heel down. Draw that pubic bone to your tummy button. You've been sitting down lots of the day. Stretch out the back of those hamstrings. Keep your breathing relaxed. And then just ease off the left heel and focus on the right heel going down to the mat. Next, we're going to do a sequence of hovers to pike. If the hover's a bit much, just lower your knees and go between a 4-point kneeling and a pike. Okay, and the pike can be as soft or as high as you want it to be. So bring your heels both back off the mat or on the mat if you're flexible. Tummy button to pubic bone and get ready to drop the knees down to hover. Drop the shoulders from the ears. Keep your gaze between your hands. When you're ready, press back down through those toes. Lift the hips nice and high. Push the hips to the back of your room. Press the heels down. Keep the breathing relaxed. Bring your weight forwards. Shoulders are over wrists. Hover the knees down. Good. When you're ready, press back up. And back down again. Once more into pike. And take the opposite hand, tap the opposite foot. So the left hand taps the right toes. Place the left hand back. Draw that pubic bone to your tummy button. Right hand reaches back to tap the left toes. Place your right hand back. Draw pubic bone to tummy button and lower yourself all the way down to 4-point. Okay. Relax your feet. Keep your hands spread and just do a cat stretch. Child's pose stretch. Back up into cat, down into cow. Okay. And from here, so I don't forget this week, we're going to do our press up. So it's either full press up or half press up. And if that's not an option for you, just tuck your toes under and try doing a hover with the knees as a repetition. Okay. So if you're doing full press, take your hands to the top of them or towards the top of the mat. Half press. Hands wide on the mat. Think about taking your hips away from your knees until your collarbone is between your hands, resting above your hands. Okay. Lengthen your tailbone slightly, spine in neutral. Then lower your chest down, bend the elbows, press firmly back through and press up. Aim to get to 10 if you can, might be 2 sets of 5 or 1 set of 6. 2, 3. Keep that pubic bone, tummy button engaged. 4, 5, 6, 7. And try not to drop the head. Keep the back of the neck nice and long. So your spine is nice and long. I think that's 2 more. Well done. Reconnect the hips and knees. Take your knees back. And slowly bring yourself down into tummy position on the mat. So bring yourself into extension, front of the thighs, front of the hips, and lay yourself down onto your tummy. I'm just going to take the books out. Whilst you're on your tummy, reach back and take your right foot with your right hand and bring it up to your bottom. And we're stretching through the front of the thighs. Okay, so right hand reaches for your right foot. So your right heel is coming to your bottom. Try and lengthen your tailbone and just gently press your hip bones into the mat. Well done. Release that foot. Same on the left, reach back. Take your left foot. Bring your left heel up towards your bottom. Lengthen your tailbone. Gently press the hip bones into the mat. Well done. And then relax both feet. So a little bit of prone work. Remember, if you don't like working on your tummy that much, just keep the movements really small and make sure you work on the engagement between your tummy button and your pubic bone. So rest your left hand underneath your forehead. Your right hand is going to go straight up. Palm is down on the floor. Shoulders are down from your ears. And we're going to point those left toes nice and long with the right arm. And we're lifting both up together. So just single-sided swimming. Lift up, lower down. Lift up, lower down. Lift up together and lower down. Lift up together and lower down. If this is aggravating anything in your back, just try resting both hands on your forehead, bending the knee, and seeing if you can lift the knee off the mat. Okay. Otherwise, single arm swimming. So opposite arm, opposite leg, lifting up. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, 1, and lower it back down. Change hands. Right hand supports your forehead. Left arm reaches forwards. Imagine your right leg is being pulled from your hip joint. Lengthen through your tailbone, and when you're ready, lift up together. Lift up and lower down. Lift up and lower. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 2 more, 10, 11, last one, 12. Well done. Now pop both arms up in front of you. Make sure your gaze is down at the mat. Let's start with the diamond. Come back just to make sure everyone's in the right position. Make your diamond with your thumb and your forefinger. Your thumb should be just where your eyebrows would meet at the top of your nose if you're resting your head down. Okay. Shoulders down from your ears. Lift your breastbone and your gaze is straight through your diamond on the mat. Now you need to make sure we're engaging tummy button, the pubic bone here. We're going to reach forwards with the right arm, roll that tennis ball forwards. Forwards with the left arm. And see if you can alternate lifting. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep the arms still if it's too much and just work the legs. 8, 2 more, 9, 10. Well done. Bring the arms back to your diamond and lower yourself down. Okay, hands by your side. Bring yourself up gently through extension. Up into 4-point, into child's pose, just to round that back off from that extension work we've been doing. Well done. Okay. Just put the hips back. Right. And we're coming into some side work. Now, the side work here, you can either do all of this side work in a side plank position, or you can do all of the side work in a comfy lying on your side position. Okay, and obviously you can vary it as we go through if you want to make it easier or harder. We're going to start off with our heels stacked on top of each other, knees are bent and forwards at the front of the mat, hips are back at 90. Okay, if you're doing side plank, you want to have your elbow over your underneath your shoulder. Okay, otherwise just make your head comfy. So side plankers, press those hips up and open the top knee, and we are doing the clam. If you're lying on your side, keep going. If your side plankers, stay up there. If you're lying on your side, you're down, resting on your side, making sure your hips don't fall back, and you're also bringing that top knee up. Okay, so if you're on your side, just copy everything we do with the legs. 3 more reps. 3, 2, 1. Keep that knee open. Straighten the leg. Pulses for 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let the toes drop down. Now we're just going to lift those hips up. Okay, so press the hips up, drop them down to the mat. Press the hips up, drop them down to the mat. Keep that tummy button, pubic bone engaged. Lift the hips, press down to the mat. Lift the hips, press down to the mat. Well done. You're working those rectus on the lower side. 5, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Everyone drop the hips down onto your side. And we want big anti-clockwise circles with the leg. Big anti-clockwise circles. As wide as you can. Smooth, not too quick. You're not whizzing around like a food processor. Slow it down. Hip mobility, hip strength. 3, 2, 1. Well done. And bring those knees together. Okay, shall we flip over to the other side? Swivel on your bottom. Come around to the other side. And now you can know what's coming up. So we either lying down or half plank or a mix of both. Heels stacked in line with your hips. Knees are forward. And we're starting off with the clam. Lift the lower hip up if you want to. Hand on your hip or hand up. And open the top knee. 1, 2, 3. Working in side of your bottom. 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. 2 more. 11, 12. Keep that knee open. Straighten the leg. 10 pulses. This is quite hard, especially now the other side's tired. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Slow it down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Float that leg down. Hip hitches. Press up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just bring that elbow back under your shoulder. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well done. Everyone down. Hip circles. 1. Clockwise this time. 2, 3. Emphasize the circle. Don't worry about the speed. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well done. And rest those legs down. Okay, onto our backs. Have the ball to hand for this bit. Just let you all grab your balls. Not literally, guys. Pilates balls. Feet in line with your hips. Heels relatively close to your bottom. And we're going to curl up into that bridge. And then curl back down again. Curl up. Press evenly down through your feet and curl down. And as I said, I want to introduce some movement with everything we do. So we're going to take the left arm out to the side with the ball as we come up. Keep the right arm up. As we come down, pass it to the right hand. As you come up again, take the right hand out to the side. Keep the left arm straight up. As you come down, pass to the left hand. Hips come up, left hand comes out to the side. Hips come down. Take the ball in the right hand out to the side. Well done. Keep that going. Let's say 4 more either side. Press through your feet. Remember to lengthen those femurs at the top. So don't get lazy with the technique. Lengthen the femurs. Think about your knees connecting to your toes. And pressing through the whole of the foot. Last one each side. Good. And bring yourself down. Well done. Okay, let's put the ball underneath your coccyx. Okay, so it sits quite low through your lower back. So that's why you don't want it too inflated, because otherwise it will be difficult to control. Hands down by the side. One leg to tabletop. Second leg to tabletop. Draw that pubic bone to your tummy button. And just to get used to the movement of the ball, press out with the left leg nice and straight. Press the left heel. Bring the left knee back to tabletop. Press out with the right leg. Bring the right leg. Press out with the left. Bring the left knee in. Press out with the right. Bring the right knee in. Well done. Really feel that engagement with the ball. Pubic bone to tummy button. And as still as you can be, around the lower trunk. Keep going with that. Leg away, knee bent in, foot away, knee bent in, press away, knee bent in. If you want to challenge yourself more, you can bring your arms up off the floor. Okay, next movement, straight into it. We're going to tap down with the left toes. Tap the floor, bring the left knee back to tabletop. Tap down with the right toes, bring the right knee back to tabletop. Tap down with the left, left back to tabletop. Tap down with the right, right back to tabletop. Well done. Keep that focus. Gaze straight up at the ceiling. Keep your breathing relaxed. Exhale as you go down. Inhale as you come back. Exhale as you go down. Inhale as you come back. One more each side, then we're moving on. Combining the two. Straight leg on the left. Only lower down as far as you feel control. Lift it back up again. Bend the knee back in. Right leg out straight. Lower down. Lift up. Bend back in. Left leg out straight. Lower down. Lift up. Bend back in. Right leg out straight. Lower down. Lift up. Bend back in. Only go as low as you can control. If you're going to the floor, that might be quite tough on your back. Okay. Out, down, up, and in. This time, out with the left, down with the left, back up, back in, toe tap before you change to the right. 5 reps of this. Out with the right, down, up. Bend the right knee back in, toe tap the right toes, bring it back to tabletop. Last few. Out with the left, lower, up, tabletop, tap, return, extend, lower, up, tabletop, tap, return. Last one on the left, last one on the right. Up, in, tabletop, turn, last one. Out, down, up, in, tabletop, back. Well done. One foot down, other foot down. Lift the hips, take the ball, and just bring your heels and knees together and let them go to your right hand side. So you're twisting that back, rotating gently. And bring the knees through the center and off to your left hand side. Up through the center. Keep the ball to your hand. Roll over onto your hands and knees. We're going to do slow mountain climber for abs before coming up to standing. So just let everyone get into 4 point. And if the mountain climb is hard now, just come from 4 point, knee across the elbow, and extend out. That's a level 1 mountain climber, okay? Right. So level 1 or level 2 mountain climber, press out with the left foot, press out with the right, press up plank position. Lower those hips. Bring the opposite knee to the opposite elbow, nice and slow. Place it back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Remember, you can be in 4-point, just bringing the knee up and keeping the other knee on the floor. 7, 8, 10, last one. 11, well done. Hold your plank there, get your technique, and then we're going to come back through pike into standing. Back up into pike. Press the heels down. Press your hands back. Just in your roll down for a minute. And then bring yourself up to standing. And just roll your shoulders. Well done. Shake your legs a bit. Just open the hips if they've got a bit tight. Then, thank you, everyone. Sorry about earlier. I will endeavour